Wait, I can save money and play the lottery for free?
What did you say?
Welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I like to talk about different ways to make money on your phone, creating passive income sources, and some helpful tips here and there. On today's video, I'm going to show you how to play the lottery risk-free, save, and earn interest all at the same time. And as this is going to be a longer video, I added timestamps, so you can skip to the topic you're looking for if you choose to do so. So this account's called Yotta Savings. It is earning you 0.2% APY, which I know isn't a lot, but hear me out on this. Now, before I get into the details on Yotta Savings, I do have to let you know, I am not a financial advisor or a professional on this topic. So do your own research on this account or any other accounts I talk about in my videos before getting into this. So what is Yotta? Yotta is a prize-linked savings account aiming to gamify savings, helping people that normally wouldn't save start to save. Now, before getting into the details of Yotta, let's go through the history of prize-linked savings accounts, with the most popular being premium bonds in the UK. This program started in 1956 and holds over €100 billion in premium bonds. Over 21 million people using it, and about 33% of all UK savings are in premium bonds. And the craziest part, premium bonds is giving a 0% interest rate and is strictly on just the lottery system linked to the prize-linked savings. Now, Brazil has what's called capitalization titles, which you pay a fixed weekly or monthly fee for up to a year in order to have access to their sweepstakes. And actually, in South Africa, they had a program called Million a Month that was so successful that the government actually shut them down. From what I'm gathering, this program was pulling too much money out of the lottery. So here in the US, legislation just recently passed in 2015 to allow prize-linked savings to be legal. Many states have already tried programs, and some currently going on with little success due to things like low prize amounts, interfaces that aren't quite easy to use, confusing prize structures, and really not the funds to promote their product and really get it kicked off. Growing a user base quickly in fintech companies like this is vital to the success of a company. There are a few in the US that you may have heard of, like Save to Win or Lucky Savers, but nothing's really taken off as of yet. Yotta is aiming to change that. So if you wouldn't mind, comment down below if you have a Yotta account. Let me know how much you've won so far, as I just opened an account up. So a lot of YouTubers and bloggers have been crunching the numbers to try to figure out what Yotta's expected value actually is. And it seems as of now, they're coming out with about 1.8 to 2%, and that's including that 0.2% guaranteed interest. Now you have to remember, this is going to be up or down depending on how much you win. Now that 0.2% is still way better than some of the banks that you have your money sitting in, like Chase, Wells Fargo, PNC, Citigroup, or Bank of America. Those are all offering practically nothing, most of them at 0.01%. So you're getting pennies a year to let your money sit there. And on top of that, Yotta has no fees across the board. Some of these other accounts will charge you an inactivity fee or something along those lines for not using the account, or something like not having enough money in your account. But on the other hand, there are some high yield savings accounts offering you between 0.3 and 1% interest, like Wealthfront, Betterment, SoFi, Ally, and Chime, for example, of some. And like all these bank accounts that I've mentioned, Yotta is FDIC insured as well, up to $250,000. And Yotta itself does not actually hold your funds. Your funds are actually held in Evolve Bank and Trust, who's been around for 90 years. And this is similar to what a lot of these cash management accounts and high yield savings accounts do as well. They don't actually hold your money. They partner with other banks that hold your funds. So if FDIC insurance is something that is important to you, then maybe this is something worth looking into. If not, some of these crypto savings accounts that I've talked about in some of my previous videos, which will be linked below, are offering 6% up to 10.51%, like Celsius, Outlet, or Voyager. Just wanted to throw that in there for some of the highest yield you can get right now. So I'm sure you're wondering, what prizes Yotta has to offer? And how do I get tickets? Well, I'll get into the ticket thing in a little bit. But here's the prizes and odds. Now if you look at the chart, on the left you have your matching Yotta ball, and if that's required to win the prize or not. Number of matching numbers required to win the prize itself, and the odds of winning. Now the odds will change depending on how many tickets come in the future, as well as them adding more numbers and Yotta balls. If you just match the Yotta ball, which is 1 in 110 odds, you get 10 cents per ticket. Match the Yotta ball on one number, that's 15 cents. Now, if any of these prizes do not say per ticket, you have to split that prize with anyone else that won that week. For example, the $1,000 prize. If 5 people hit that $1,000 prize, you're getting $200, which is still a good week. Now the easiest way to snag a ticket, open the app. If you use my referral link, Paul131, or anyone else's, you get 100 extra tickets the first full week you open that app, as well as depositing $25 gets you 1 ticket. So every $25 you deposit gets you another ticket. And those tickets stay with you as long as that money stays in your account. That 100 bonus tickets is a 1-week thing. Now as you see, the second best prize is a Tesla Model 3, or the cash equivalent to that. Now your odds of winning this prize are 1 in 133,230,759 at the time of recording this video. And that grand prize of $10 million, your odds are 1 in 8,260,307,216.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
And just to put this in perspective, the odds of winning the Powerball are 1 in 292,201,338. And to ease your mind a little bit, don't worry. As more people join and more tickets are added to the pool, these odds just get worse and worse. But another thing to remember, you're not buying lottery tickets. This is an incentive to save. So the more money you save and keep in this account, the more tickets you have rolling over week after week, giving you a shot at this. Unlike buying a $25 lottery ticket, losing, and lighting that money on fire. So with some data pulled from the Federal Reserve, they state that 40% of Americans cannot come up with $400 for any type of emergency. But $800 billion a year are spent on the lottery, which averages to $640 a year per household. And the lottery only pays out half of what's brought in. And then on those big prizes, you get taxed on top of that. So this could be a great way to get people to start saving for an emergency fund. So even with that guaranteed interest rate only being 0.2%, this does sound pretty appealing to this point. So let's put the fun in emergency fund and open up an account together. Alright, save to get tickets. Every $25 you save gets you a recurring ticket into our weekly number draws. For example, if you deposit $50, never touch it, you will get 2 tickets every week without needing to make a new deposit. Pick your numbers. Every Monday, you pick 7 numbers for each ticket. If you don't make picks, the numbers will be auto-picked for you. Yotta contests are weekly, with 1 number drawn every night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Sunday, the 7th and final number, the Yotta Ball, will be chosen, and your winning numbers for the week will be determined. See if you won. The more numbers you match, the more money you win. Match all 7 numbers, and you will win the $10 million jackpot. Connect and get tickets. Every $25 saved gets you chances to win up to $10 million. Yotta does not get access to your bank credentials. And here it shows you again. It is insured by the FDIC, and funds are held in Evolve Bank and Trust. Let's get tickets. So Yotta uses Plaid, a Visa-owned company, to securely connect your account instantly. Then I'll ask how you want to verify your account. Type in your name and birthday, and your contact information, address, zip code, and phone number. Federal regulation requires that we collect your social security number to verify your identity. This will not affect your credit score. So you can actually set up a recurring deposit to build your savings and have more chances to win. On your first recurring deposit, you will also get 8 free bonus tickets. Every $25 you deposit gets you an entry into the weekly contests. So we're going to deposit $25 every other Wednesday, starting today. So my deposit is pending, but I can pick the numbers for my 9 tickets instantly. Numbers are already released. So all the numbers that have been released up to this point in the drawing, unfortunately, I can't pick. Gosh darn it, they thought of everything. Alright, so let's pick my numbers. 15 and 42 are gone. Let's do 13, 7, 2, 36, 70, and how about 1? And let's pick my Yotta Ball. 125. Confirm my picks. Oh wow, I have to do this for every ticket? Let's just auto pick the rest. Get 100 extra tickets for every friend you invite. So if you use my referral link, which will be linked in the description below, we both get 100 extra tickets. Sounds like a win-win to me. So I use someone's referral link, and it looks like my 100 bonus tickets will be applied to next week's contest. So I get a full week for those 100 tickets. So let's deposit more funds. $50,000. So if you wanted to deposit a large amount, it looks like our partner bank limits the amount you can deposit to reduce fraud. You can only deposit a maximum of $9,975 today, or $10,000 because of the $25 I already deposited, or $39,975 this month, or $99,975 this year. So $10,000 a day, $40,000 a month, and $100,000 a year. Because who doesn't want to earn 0.2% interest on $100,000 if they have it? Yeah, that's not going to happen. So let's just shoot for $500 right now and see where this takes us. Well, 20 more tickets. And I'm not going to take the time to fill each one of these out individually, so I'm auto picking all of these. So let's check out the main screen of this app. Now I have $525 in my account. And this week's picks, Monday and Tuesday are already drawn. And look at that, $10 million jackpot. So it shows you how long you have till your next numbers are drawn. This is my first time going through this app, so we're learning together. And I'm guessing I don't have any lucky tickets yet since I do not have a full week yet. So it looks like in the bottom right, under the settings, you have your invite friends, withdrawals, lucky tickets, reoccurring deposits, connected accounts, privacy and security, notifications, account information, statements, support, share an idea, FAQs, and official rules. Oh, this is pretty cool. It looks like this is set up to see the top winners. Looks like the top winners from last week's drawings. And from what I've been reading, they do want to set this up like a social network, so you can check in with your friends and see how everybody's doing. It's not showing you your friends' account information, it's just showing you their winnings. So from what I'm gathering, the app is pretty simple to use, straightforward, and I could see how people can get hooked to this a little bit, as you can't lose playing this lottery. Yes, the chances probably aren't that great, just like in the regular lottery, but it's just helping people that normally wouldn't save a little bit extra, and hopefully win here and there as well. Even if you did not win on one ticket the whole entire time you have this account, at least you're still getting 0.2% interest, which is better than most savings accounts. So the app seems pretty simple and easy to use, and I could see how this could be really appealing and spark people's interest to be checking in every single day when that number pops up at 9 o'clock. And also, I plan to do a video every month updating you on the prizes I've won and seeing if this savings account is really worth it and giving me better results than if I just put my money in one of those high yield savings accounts. So if that's something you'd like to keep tabs on, hit that like button, subscribe, and the bell notification so you can follow along. Okay, so let's dig a little deeper into Yotta and what it's really all about. So how do we know the drawing is legit? First, Yotta has way more to gain by keeping this legitimate and making this work than by cheating the system and trying to make a quick buck. But the top prizes are actually not paid out by Yotta or Evolve Bank and Trust. If someone wins those top prizes, they are covered by an insurance company that Yotta partners with, which Yotta pays a premium for. Now, the numbers are drawn by that insurance company, but that insurance company cannot see those numbers or in any way change them. So this is set up as a double-blind system. Yotta, on the other hand, can see the numbers, which they claim they don't check, but it doesn't matter because they cannot change or manipulate the numbers in any way. And on top of that, even if they wanted to, Yotta wants you to win. They're not paying that prize out, and that's free promotion. What better way to get your name out than somebody hitting that $10 million prize and it being all over the news? And just for an extra security measure on your side, you can set up 2FA or two-factor authentication on your account. As for now, this is only a mobile device, but they are working on a desktop version so that they can launch that in the near future. And cue the bonus tip. Say you are completely broke and you don't have a dime to put in Yotta, but you still want to participate and get yourself a ticket. If you dig through their official rules, you can mail in a handwritten letter to this address, giving them the information requested, and they will give you one ticket for free. Might just have to do that. It is one more ticket. And just like people say when playing the lottery, it only takes one ticket. And another thing, as I was scrolling around, looking at videos, comparing videos on Yotta to their site, digging through their official rules, making sure everything I bring to you is right, I did see a discrepancy between some. Some videos are claiming that the maximum numbers of tickets you can have is 10,000 tickets. And if you dig through their official rules, right here, it says you can have 1 million tickets per week. So of course, I had to contact Yotta to figure out who is right and who is wrong. And they verified in this email that indeed you can have 1 million tickets a week, because I'm sure we are all gonna have that problem. Yeah, probably not. So let's go over the team and how they're funding this project. If you've watched any of my past videos, you probably picked up that whether I look to use one of these new accounts, invest in something like a stock or a cryptocurrency, I like to dig into the team and do my research. And on a side note, if you wanted to open a brokerage account, you can get one free stock from Robinhood for making any deposit, and or sign up for Webull and get one free stock valued up to $1,600. Both of those links will be in the description below. Now, as of now, Yotta is not a profitable company in its current form, which is pretty common for a lot of these small startup fintech companies. But they did raise $3.3 million to kick this off and help them pay out these prizes. Now, Yotta is backed by Y Combinator. Y Combinator is a very well-known investment fund, as well as many other funds investing in Yotta. And some of our favorite YouTubers, like Graham Stephan, who recently posted a video on Yotta called I Just Bought a Bank, and Ask Sebi, two big YouTubers in the personal finance space. Now, Adam Wallace, co-founder and CEO, worked for Goldman Sachs, and also a startup called Yippee Data, which I want to dig a little bit more into to see what it's all about, and also has a degree in finance and accounting. And their co-founder and CTO, Ben Doyle, worked for Bridgewater Associates, and has a degree from Michigan University in computer science. So it doesn't seem that they have a proven team, but I feel they have the right pieces in place and backing to make this work. So what are some of the things that I don't really like and that worry me a little? One thing is you can only have 6 withdrawals a month, which is pretty common for online savings accounts. And from what I'm gathering, it takes 2 to 3 days to put money in or withdraw money from the account. Now, I'm gathering from people that use it that it takes sometimes 10 days to get money in. So I know some of this has to do with protecting against fraud, but making that a little bit faster can definitely be a big improvement. Now, another thing that I don't really like, but it could be a good thing for some people, is this could be very addictive. As long as you're using this as a savings account or an emergency fund, you're all right. But if it's to the point where you're not paying your bills because you want to keep your money because you just know next week you're going to win that $10 million, maybe you shouldn't be using Yotta. Now, as far as the long-term model of Yotta Savings goes, they don't really have this set in stone, so they could add more numbers and Yotta balls. As of right now, they have 70 numbers and 63 Yotta balls. And this has already increased from when they started. Nothing says that they won't increase this in the future in order to lower the odds a little bit. Now, another somewhat negative is if you have horrible luck and you never win for 1 week, you are only getting 0.2% APY, which is pretty bad. I would never leave money in an account just to get 0.2%. Another thing is this is a very new company, so we really don't know if it will make it or not. The team itself has a lot to prove, and the fact that we need to see if this can really work in the United States. Other countries have made it work very successfully, but pretty much every model so far in the last 5 years hasn't really went mainstream. Can Yotta change that? For the average person that doesn't get a lot of referrals, your odds are getting worse and worse week by week. More and more tickets are coming in, and as more and more people like me make YouTube videos and get referrals, yes, you get 100 tickets for signing up, but so do I. So what are some of the things that I would really like to see more of? What would be great, a lot of these fintech companies or small startups do, they have like a weekly AMA, Ask Me Anything. So if the founders would get together once a week or maybe even once a month to talk to the community and tell us what's coming in the future, what their game plan is, and all about Yotta and why you should sign up. I think this can really help their promotion and get this product out there as fast as possible. Now, another thing I really want to see is that we can kind of gather is coming in the future, but I want to know what their plans are to become profitable and sustainable for long-term future growth as a company. Yes, I don't really want to see this interest rate go down, but realistically, there is no way that they can keep offering 0.2% and all these prizes averaging between 1.8 and 2% long term. Right now, they're paying these prizes out of investor funds. You can't do that forever. At some point, investors want to see profit. It's just part of business. So what can I see coming down the line for Yotta? This is just my perspective and thoughts. This is nothing that Yotta have said. Maybe down the line, they might actually add a debit or credit card. Multiple streams of income coming in will just help them become profitable. Now, possibly they could be selling off your data. As they do seem to be the most mainstream price-linked savings account right now, this data could actually be valuable. And as we've already touched on this, I definitely see them lowering the prizes and or adding numbers in Yotta balls to make the odds worse. Possibly even knocking down that 0.2% APY that you're getting to zero and having it similar to premium bonds in the UK with a 0% interest, and you're just playing the lottery. Now, their goal is to be competitive with other high yield savings. So not going well and above over the top. Right now, they're just doing that to build a customer base. They may offer loans or something along those lines. All right, so let's talk taxes. Everyone's favorite topic. Could Yotta be a tax nightmare for you? As a lot of the videos out there are not touching this topic, as this isn't just your average interest account. This is the lottery and prizes. And can that be taxed differently? Well, let me tell you what I came up with. Now, if you look into the official rules, it clearly uses words like sweepstakes, prizes, or winners. So this doesn't sound like interest to me. Winnings from the lottery or prizes are actually taxed as ordinary income. Now, depending on your income level, your tax rate will vary. Now, you're not only going to be taxed by the federal government, you're also going to be taxed by the state if your state does collect income tax. So for the interest portion, you file that on a 1099 INT form. And as for your prize winnings from the lottery portion, you file those on a 1099 MISC. Other things that go under this form are things like royalties or rent, just to name a few. So, as we don't know for sure, like other bank accounts, at the end of the year, these forms are available to you so that you can file on your taxes. So, I'm assuming Yotta will do the same. And let's bring up an example. So, say you win that Tesla Model 3, and for some reason, you take the Tesla rather than the cash equivalent that they offer you. Not a smart choice in my opinion, but to each their own. You would actually have to pay taxes on the total value of that Tesla. And those taxes come to about $9,500. So, if you don't have $9,500 to put down for those taxes, then you either have to borrow that money or do the smart thing and take the cash equivalent. Also, if you read into the official rules, that $10 million cash prize that is advertised so much actually is a lump sum payment of $5.8 million, which is the current value of a $10 million 40-year annuity. On another note, I am not an accountant or a tax professional, so be sure to check with whoever does your taxes when it comes to filing your winnings through Yotta. So as we start to wind down this video, let's go over who I think Yotta is for. Now, if you have trouble saving but you love playing the lottery, maybe you want to check this out. I challenge you to every time you go to buy a lottery ticket, instead of purchasing that ticket, put it in Yotta and just see what happens. If you are making less interest on whatever account you have your money in right now, maybe moving it over to Yotta wouldn't be a bad choice. Need that little extra edge to making saving fun to really get you to start saving money and having that thrill of possibly winning that big prize or even some of the middle prizes that you normally wouldn't get in your regular savings account. I had a question for you. Say Yotta did what Premium Bonds does and lower that interest rate to 0%, so the only money you win is the prizes from the lotto. Would you still have an account or would you move your money right out of there? Comment below and let me know. I'm just curious. As if you start seeing more numbers pop up and more Yotta balls pop up, showing you your odds are getting worse and worse, would that be a reason to pull your money out? We're going to follow this account pretty closely for a while. I'd love it if you join me on this journey, as I'm going to be covering this about monthly to see how we're doing. And as you already know, sign up with that referral link that will be linked in the description below or anyone else's to make sure you get 100 tickets for signing up. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you get notified when I make my next video. If Yotta seems like it's the right account for you, then go ahead and give yourself a raise. I'll see you next time. So if this video was helpful and you want to see more of what I have to offer, a few videos are going to pop up on your right and left. Go ahead and click one of those.